Today we're doing backs. My name is Maria Flores. I'm originally from Guam. People from the island, actually, they see me now, they won't believe that I look the way I look, because generally people from, or women from Guam are supposed to be small and petite, and after you're married you get plump, pleasingly plump. But we're doing shoulders. I'm going to warm up right now, and if my partner can come around, because he always spots me, my fiance Phil Cooper, who is actually my inspiration. He got me into this bodybuilding sport. So we're going to do a warm-up first without any weights, because you want to get those muscles kind of warmed up. You don't want to hurt yourself. So I'll just do a couple of sets first without any weights at all. But I'm actually enjoying this. I love back workouts. As you can see, I think this is my strong point is my back and my what do you call that, on the top of my neck? My traps. Okay, let's put some weight on there now. But, put 45s on each side. 45? Yes, please. But yeah, I took up bodybuilding back in 2007. So I wanted to do one show, and I think I've done, quite a few now. So I'm not sure if I'm doing anything. I'm not going to commit myself this year. I'm thinking of doing Southeast with Edie's show, so we'll see.
Good job. Good job.
Not bad for a girl. Yeah, to think that when I started doing this movement, I could only do a 5-pound plate, and I've graduated. And oh, also I used to not come in here before because they call this a big boys room, and I was always intimidated by coming in here because I see all these big people. Okay, that's the second set. Yes, I want to go just a little bit lighter again and do a little bit more reps. It's kind of funny because a lot of women don't really like to do this movement. Actually, they don't like to do backs. I don't know why, because there's nothing more beautiful than a woman with a beautiful back, with all the muscles. I call it bubbles. I like the way the bubbles pop in my back. So this is one of my favorite movements. And I have Phil to thank for that.
No, I think there's a lot of genetics in that for you.
I don't know about genetics. I like to use the Smith machine because it's safer. It's more controlled movement, and you can do a little bit more reps doing the Smith machine. I mean, like I said, it's not so much how much weight you lift, it's actually how you look. Good
job.
That feels good. Let's go over here to the seated back machine. Here we go. Always a controlled movement. You gotta make sure you keep your body straight and always flex. Hold it at the top of the movement to control those muscles. I love this. I love this movement. I used to run a lot, and I run and run for miles, and then I'd go to the Chinese restaurant and pick out on Chinese food, and it's like, how come I still look the way I look? It's been like that for several years. And then I read the magazines where I'm like, how do these people look the way they look? And I met Phil. We exchanged programs. I told him I was going to train him in his running, and he was going to train me in bodybuilding. I just wanted to do one show, and I think I've ended up doing so many shows. And I'm so hooked on this sport. And I've done a lot of comparisons on my pictures, and it's like every time I look at myself, there's a change. It's a good change. I like the way I look now. I'm much bigger this year than I was in the past several years. And again, that has a lot to do with nutrition. And I haven't been competing, actually this year I haven't done any competitions. And I think the just eating regularly with a good clean diet has enabled me to grow, and I've gotten bigger. And I'm even surprising myself and even my coworkers, because they usually see me in a uniform every day, and they look at me like I'm so small. And then I take my uniform off, and they're just like in awe, because they never thought that I had any muscles underneath, because I'm supposed to be this sweet little Sergeant First Class, you know. And then they see me without my uniform, like, oh my God, is that you? Is that really you? Yes, it is me. And it's working out, eating right, and this is what it does to your body. So yeah, working out does the body good. We're gonna do right grip now. I try to do this in a vertical. I try to do this vertically so that again, I can have the bubbles in the back. You can do it with a really wide grip and angle your body down. That's to get your lats a little bit bigger. I don't think I need my lats a little bit bigger. I think I'm proportionately balanced right now. So all I want to do is get those bubbles in the back. I know people say, why call them bubbles? Well, you know, it's cuter. I like to be cute. I can be old, but I can still be cute. Just a little bit wider, shoulder width apart. And I'll just squeeze the muscles as I come down. Very lightweight. I don't need that much weight. There's always the standards in the military. So I try to help them with their weight. I had actually helped two or three people this year. They were going to get kicked out of the military. And lo and behold, they came and asked me for my for some advice and diet tips. There's one particular girl, she used to laugh at me about the way I eat, because I'd always be eating chicken, turkey, vegetable. And at first she used to irritate me a lot, because she'd come in and she'd just look at my food and say, ah, cat food. And then she started getting heavy. And then they weighed her, and she needed to get on a weight control program. So I decided to go ahead and help her, even though in the back of my mind I'm thinking, why? Why, when you've teased me all these months about the way I eat and me eating cat food? But anyway, I succeeded in helping her. She met weight. She wasn't kicked out of the military. And for me, that's the biggest joy about this sport, is the fact that I am able to help motivate people, help them with their diet, their workout. Now, I've also worked out with, you know, they'll ask me to come and work out with them. And I hate working out with people who say they want to work out. I bring them into the gym, and all they do is complain. There's no time for that here. Either you're serious about trying to lose weight and get fit, or you're not. Or also, my biggest pet beef is coming in here, and if I'm giving you my time, you need to give me your time as well. I hate training with someone who comes in here, and all they do is flirt. You know, I don't have time for flirt. I'm here to be serious. So sometimes they'll train with me once, and then they don't return. But that's okay, because eventually they do come back. Very light. I'll go very, I'll just do more reps. So again, it's always controlled movement. I mean, you don't have to come in here and try to impress someone, because they're not really impressed when you try to pull that weight down and you can't really do it. I've seen someone here who actually came in, and I think he was doing a bench press, and he put more weight than he can handle. And it was very embarrassing. Not just for him, but for us too, because we were looking at him like, oh my gosh, you poor thing. How's that back? Yeah, I'm so much bigger this year. Yeah, not bad for an island girl. Considering someone told me I couldn't get any bigger than I already am last year. Again, I proved them wrong, because you can get bigger with the right amount of exercise, the right diet. It's all about the diet. And believe you me, I've been enjoying my diet. It's called Maria's diet. And the foods that I've been making is actually pretty decent. I've been experimenting. I've been making my own protein bars. I'm going to try to make my own beef jerky now, and turkey jerky, and ahi tuna. So I've been doing a lot of reading, and it's been actually pretty good. I've been making some gains. I don't know if I can do traps. Whew. Let's go. Yeah.
Good job.
It's funny, I'm doing traps now. They keep asking me how my traps are so big. Well, the story is, for so many years, I used to do dumbbell shrugs, and I always thought that those dumbbell shrugs were actually for your triceps. See, this is when I didn't know any better. And little did I know that it was actually working my traps instead of my triceps. I used to go on the machine in front of the mirror, and I used to go this way, and I'd see my triceps, and oh wow, my triceps, but all these years it was my traps. And I think this is why I have monster traps, and maybe a little bit of genetics, maybe just a little bit, but I think a lot of it had to do with error in not knowing what I was training. I feel good about myself. I like this look. I'm bulkier, but hey, it's okay. This is bodybuilding. It's supposed to be able to say I'm bulking up. This is a bulk. I had my bulking up season. Now I'm trying to lean down. It seems to be harder this time around, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I haven't been really tight with my diet. I always squeeze it. I won the All Forces Nationals last year, and I actually have won it three years in a row, but I took the overall twice. Again, I never thought I'd be doing a show, but I enjoy those military national shows. It builds cohesion, being in the military. You know, you're with your peers, and it's just a different kind of feel with that show. Call me patriotic. And I've done the Southern States also. I took the over 40 Masters, Southern States. I've done, I've done Deb Callahan's show. I think that was my first show, like the Lakeland Classic. That was my first ever experience on stage. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. But I think my music, you know, it's really not about the music when you do these shows, because if your music stops, you just gotta keep on going. My music stopped, and number one, I was already paranoid because I was going on stage. Number two, the music stopped. So what do you do? Well, what did I do? I went ahead and I started posing to whatever music was on. And then after I was done, I went backstage. I started to cry, and I started to blame it on Phil, and poor guy had nothing to do with the music. But we got over that. I think you just have to learn to adjust. But no, I love being on stage. I think once you get on stage, you want to continue doing it. You know, there's nothing like bodybuilding. I think, you know, it's a competition with yourself. Yeah, you do compete with in front of the judges, and there's other people next to you. But for me, it's I'm competing against myself. I just want to see the changes and the difference on how I look every time. And you know, and the fact that I train with Philip, and going to the shows together. It's a special time for the both of us because it's, you know, we're at work all day here in this base. You know, we both work at CENTCOM, and so when we're off, we get out that gate, we're off, we go home, change, we go straight to the gym, and this is our bonding. Okay. I want to thank a lot of people actually that's helped me with my bodybuilding sport. First and foremost, Philip, my trainer, my partner, my best friend, soon to be my husband next year, hopefully. And Tim Gardner, of course, he's a very good coach. So we've been very blessed to been coached by him for a couple years. Team Body Tech. We still have the very strong support of our techers. You know, you build a lot of friendships throughout the years, and I go to Phil and I go to a lot of the shows, and so I'm always there. I have the biggest mouth, I think. You know, I always shout Body Tech in the house. Of course, it's they're like family. So I want to thank them. The judges also. Deke Warner, I love Deke. He should have won that class when he went up in Pittsburgh. See, I should have been a judge. Pete Francher. Pete's a very straightforward man, but he's I like him. He's straightforward. He's like a military. He's the sergeant major of bodybuilding, I believe. Peter Potter, Mr. Potter. He's so sweet. He's a very sweet man, kind-hearted. And just our fellow competitors and J-Rod. We're gonna wish him well. He's gonna do well at the upcoming show in Cleveland. He's kind of like an adopted son. And let me see, and Jen, and all our friends and family, you know, who has been very supportive, and all my co-workers. They've been very helpful the past couple of years, motivating me, telling me to make sure I eat right, and they haven't really been bothered with the fact that I have to stop and take a break to eat. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the video.